afternoon. I feel a big energy shift. And with that big energy shift, I pull a new reading. So I've lit my frankincense. I have my big rose quartz. And I have 5 candles, 3 red, a purple, and a white one. I have all my crystals out here. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and pull a reading. And I hope you can hear me okay. I'm going to shuffle the deck. I use the St. Michael deck and the Mage Tarot deck. And I'm going to try a little different scenery here today. So we'll just see how it works out. But I felt a big energy shift. I passed out for probably a couple hours, but I was up at 2 in the morning wide awake. So my schedule's a little off. But I did a reading earlier. And the reading was basically about going within. And I did. Everything that the reading was earlier, I did. But I want to go ahead and pull a new one because something really shifted. And it feels good. It feels good. I organized all my makeup. And I put makeup on more than normal. So something is definitely in the air. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at St. Michael. The bottom of the deck is admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. And the top is your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. And we're getting that one a lot. Your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. Admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. Okay? Now the tarot I just shuffled, but something tells me to shuffle a little bit more. It wants it really mixed up, and it wants to tell you about the new energy. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle a little more. Okay, the bottom of the deck is the smoking gun, the 7 of Pentacles. So our overall energy, and I'm going to go kind of slow on this one because I told you I felt a big shift. So I want to go a little bit slower on this one, and it's going to take a little bit longer. But the 6 of Pentacles is fueled by the 10 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So what I'm getting off of this is the smoking gun part. Once you've shot the gun and you've done the deed, the gun is smoking and you're standing there. That's the 10 of Swords done. It's completion. So that major shift we're feeling is whatever needed to be done, whoever needed to be taken out, or whatever needed to be done, got done. And that was that major shift that I felt. Okay, so that's good. So now we're going to move on to our new, I'm going to call it a chapter, because we've already started a new book. We've got the moon. So the moon is saying that there were things that they weren't what we thought. So we had to go in and investigate, and we had to figure it out, and then we had to take care of it. 3 of Swords, because it was causing a lot of pain and sadness and disappointment. But now we have that victory. 3 of Wands. We have that celebration feeling, and that's exactly how I felt. You know, to put out a bunch of makeup and come do a reading, light my candles and incense, that's a big shift from the way I was feeling. So I'm celebrating. King of Pattern. We have a reliable, steady, confident king sitting on his throne, knowing that we succeeded. 9 of Wands. That's the victory card. That's the Indian with the animal on the stick, the wolf on the stick. The wolf in sheep's clothing was captured. The phony, the fake, whoever it was. And there's more than one of them, you know, probably was several, but the point is that this is my victory card, and it's an ending. Okay, now the bottom row. Now we got to have strength, because we're going on to the next chapter. And if anybody knows what the word eternity is, that means never ending. So our chapters never end. We go through the chapters and we start a new book. And right now we've started a new book and we're on a new chapter, and we have to have strength. We have to be the Knight of Q, Knight of Questing, Knight of Wands, which is telling us that now we go to the next chapter. So I always like to tell you, like, okay, if I'm going room to room with the flashlight, and I say, okay, now we got that room done, now we took care of that, now we're going to the next room. And we're putting the flashlight in there, and we're saying, okay, now this has to be done. And the new book is like a new house. And now we're going to the first room, and we're going to go all through it. And that's the easiest way I can put it, because that's exactly what I'm doing in the spirit world. So that's about the easiest way I can put it into earthly terminology. So we're in a new house, we're going to a new room, we're the king of Q, the knight of Q, excuse me, and it feels like a king because he knows what he's doing. New beginning, what did I just say? The Fool card. So just everything I just said is the next card. The new beginning, the new house, the new book, the new chapter, the new arrest, the new takedowns, the new whatever you're doing. Soul contract, it's all about your soul contract. So whatever your soul contract is, mine is different than yours, but we're a collective. We're all on the same mission, but we have different assignments. So the soul contract is being played out. Two of Cups. And the end of this is why the Devil card, because we're ridding the devil, we're ridding evil. And some of you understand that we're ridding negativity, we're ridding evil. We are leaving for good at some point, and the evil will be someplace else, and we'll be at all different places. Some of us will be 3D, 4D, 5D, I mean, wherever, different planets, Pleiades, Sirius, Orion. I mean, I could just go on and on and on. So, but the point is, the outcome was to get rid of the devil, to get rid of evil by doing our soul contract. So that was a perfect reading. That's exactly what I felt with the shift. And the cards just backed it up. So I'm so glad that you guys are listening. Thank you for listening. And I'm sorry for it being a little longer, but sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes it's not just short and sweet. So, okay. So I want to tell you thank you and have a good one.